How's it going, everybody? Is the music reviewer here, back again with another video. Today we're going to be reviewing Guns N' Roses' Chinese Democracy. Yeah. So one thing before I get into this album, let me just state there are the only original members left of Guns N' Roses is Axl Rose. I mean, I wouldn't even consider this a legit Guns N' Roses album. Like there's only one original member left. So, but at least, at least the Axl Rose is still there. But, yeah, I mean, if I do go a little, I won't go as hard in the album as I originally planned to, because really, you can't top, the original Guns N' Roses sound now that everyone's gone. But, yeah, so let's get right into it. Yeah, this album, it was different, to say the least. I felt very thrown off, mainly due to the very, very different guitar work. It wasn't bad, it was just, it didn't have the original Guns N' Roses vibe to it. Like I said, I wasn't expecting another, Appetite for Destruction, but, like, this was probably the last thing I was expecting. It had more of a heavier metal feel to it, which was very off-putting. I'm not a big Guns N' Roses freak, but I am a big fan of their older work. This thing doesn't really hold up that well. I mean, like, now that everyone's gone, Axl and whatever, the only one left, the sound is very different, and I had a hard time adapting to that. Like, I'm not a person who usually likes change that much, and you know what, this album is the definition of change. It just feels like when listening to this album compared to the rest of their stuff, you're just floating around, in a nice little pool, you're just, maybe on a floaty or something, just taking a nice relaxing nap. And then when you're listening to this album, you wake up, dead sea, you're drifted off into the middle of the ocean, sharks are surrounding you, and it's just a giant throw-off, ruins basically everything Guns N' Roses kind of used to be. Like I said, I wasn't expecting another Appetite for Destruction, but, something, like, still, I was expecting something still within their original rubric. Mind you, there were some good gems on here, but when there were any, they were far and few in between. It was pretty, it wasn't bad, it wasn't okay, it was kind of okay, it was a okay-ish kind of metalcore sounding album. I mean, I know I'll probably get a lot of hate for this because, there's probably some people really like this album. I'm sorry, but I'm just not a big fan of the huge musical change there. I mean, the guitar work, it just sounds like something, like, the guitar work sounds like something you'd hear off maybe Metallica or, like, a Disturbed guitar sounding thing. Now, no, I am not comparing Guns N' Roses to this Disturbed or Metallica. No, I'm not doing that at all. I'm just saying the guitar work sounds something you'd hear off some kind of metal album. And that's, Guns N' Roses, they aren't exactly metal. They're rock. They're classic rock and roll. And this, it's not exactly classic rock and roll. I mean, I've seen some worse changes in music. I mean, people over at Weezer have had a really, really tough road follow recently. But we'll get into Weezer in another video. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is not even my cup of tea. And the production, also, it's okay-ish. They tried to make this larger-than-life sounding album, but really it just basically threw everything that Guns N' Roses originally was out the window. And I mean, the fact that all the original members are gone doesn't make it that, doesn't help it out much at all. I mean, this thing took 14 different studios to make. I don't know whether that they intended that to be a good thing, but the outcome just felt like every single song had a different type of almost production to it, which is, like, very off-putting, especially. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not bad, it's not good, it's okay-ish. I'm gonna have to give this album, I'm gonna have to give us, I'm feeling maybe a light 6 to a 7 out of 10. Yeah, don't hate on me for not really liking this. I mean, I'm just not a fan of it. So, yeah, this is the music reviewer just whatever with that cringy and outro. You guys are the best. Bye bye.